Hey guys, it's day 11 of our Rocket to Diamond training. I can't believe we're at day 11. Like seriously, this is really, really cool. So today we're going to talk about strength zones. We all have strengths and weaknesses, right? One of the best things you can do for your team is help each person find their strength zones and encourage them to work from their powerhouse. So if there's someone who's really good at speaking, video, maybe that's their thing. But help them identify that. Help your coaches find their strengths so they don't waste valuable time working on something that just isn't going to benefit them. That's not them. So, how do you help identify strengths? First off, study them. Watch their posts on social media. Where do you see them really shining? Tell them in your team setting what seems to be their area of expertise, like where do they jump in? Tell them. Make them aware so they can start to identify to find those things that are similar to their strengths. For example, if you notice your coach is a really strong writer and when they post, what really catches your eye and what seems to be their kind of thing is these really deep, intimate, posts that are just really great writing, talk to them about considering making a blog. If they post a video and you're just like, oh my heck, rockstar, like who has seen Caleb Thomas's videos? Like, he's amazing, right? That's his powerhouse. So let them know and encourage them. Maybe YouTube videos are where they need to go. So help make them aware of what you see as an outside perspective. They might not even realize their strengths yet. And as a leader, you're their leader and they're going to value your opinion. And that's going to go a long way. And especially when it's someone who's outside looking in, you can help go, hey, you're a really good writer. And then they can identify with that. Let them know where they fit in as a team member. So sometimes people need to know their place. Like they don't really know where they fit in, so-and-so's really good at this and seems to do this, and so-and-so seems to do that. Let them know how important they are and what they contribute to your team. People need to hear these things. Maybe they're just really good listeners and they always just, even if they don't have anything elaborate to say, they always kind of say, hang in there, or we're thinking about you. Like maybe that's their strength. So let them know. They need to know that they're being recognized, that you see where they fit in and that they do fit in this family puzzle and this piece of this family. Let them know they're important. Help them build together as a team. So it's great for each one of them for you to recognize their strengths, but help team member A and team member B see each other's strengths as well. So this is where team calls come into play because everyone can get in this like Zoom chat or Skype, Google Hangout, and you guys can kind of work through how the dynamic of your team goes. And start to figure relationships out. You're going to see the different personalities coming together and how that's all going to work out together. You want to be a cohesive team that wants to work together. So you need to establish some sort of bond and figure out the dynamics. It's going to take a little time to figure out the dynamics. Help each member see the strengths in other team members. So on the team that I'm on with my coach, I have a pretty good sense of the other coaches and who they are on that team. And so I know who I need to go to when I have a certain issue. Like if I have an issue with like writing or something like that, I know who I can go to because I know that they can help me answer that question best. So you want to help establish that in their team. It's a great feeling to know you have a group of people who can help you no matter what your situation is and that they're all willing to jump in and that you have different strengths on that team that can pull together to help you move forward. So establish that with your team. Help them recognize strengths in other people. And most importantly, and I really, really, really think this is super important for all aspects of coaching, you need to emphasize completing versus competing. So healthy competition is really, really good, but sometimes it can get out of hand. Help everyone recognize that you're all there to support one another. Someone rock stars it on Success Club this month. Help your team be excited for them. Generate this excitement, okay? It can be tricky because, trust me, I'm a competitive person and I have to work really hard pretty much every single day to keep my blinders on and to focus on being happy for those other people on my team, but also realizing that I'm in my own lane, swimming my own lane, and I need to focus on what I'm doing, and that I can't let Susie Q down the road, her Success Club points this month, make me feel down about myself. So help your team see that. One of the things I suggest is try to keep your recognitions and shout outs fairly equal with your building coaches. So try not to play favoritisms. It's really hard and I get that. But number one, you don't want to put a target on someone's back. If you're giving, Susie Smith all these shout outs, everyone's kind of going to just get annoyed, okay? And you don't want to do that to her because she deserves these recognitions, but you also don't want to put her in this tight spot or tough situation. But at the same time, you need to recognize her. So what you need to do is find ways to recognize other people as well. Even if they're not putting Success Club points up on the board and maybe they're not volume rock stars, that's fine. Maybe they created a rockin' free group. Shout them out. Look at every single coach in your business and find something you can recognize them for. Today, here's what I want you to do. Today, I want you to look at yourself and identify your own personal strengths. It's really hard. It's hard to figure out your strengths. Figure them out. If you need help figuring them out, your upline's there to help you as well. What are your strengths? Where do you shine? Okay? And then next, I want you to look at your building coaches and make a list with their names on it. Okay? Get out a piece of paper, write their names on it. Keep it by your computer. Every time you see a post from your coaches, sit there and evaluate it really quickly. Be like, okay, this post caught my attention. Do I consider this their strength? Like, God, yesterday I saw another post that was a really good written out post, and you'll start to see a pattern. But if you're writing it down, it's going to help you stay aware of finding those strengths and helping find those strengths. If it is one of their strengths, point it out to them. You can send them a private message. You can post it on your Facebook team page like, hey, did you see Sally's post? Rock star, like so awesome. Her writing is just amazing, okay? Simple. But that makes people feel really good when you notice a post that they wrote. Because especially as brand new coaches, when you're writing things out and you're making these posts and maybe one or two people like them, you feel like, am I doing this for nothing? So help them realize that you're recognizing what they're doing and you're pointing it out for other people to see. I can tell you that your coaches will thank you when they see that you're taking a real interest in what they're doing. So just be mindful. And keep looking for those strengths in your team. It's so much better to point out strengths than it is to point out weaknesses. I remember the first time I made a YouTube video, my coach reached out to me and said, hey, you're really good at that? And I'm like, no way. I feel like such a loser sometimes, okay? But it's where I'm most comfortable. I do see that it's my strength. I can just sit down and talk. I like to talk, as you can tell. But because she told me that, I really considered YouTube. And that's one of the reasons I do the YouTube videos, is because someone pointed it out to me. Someone made me aware that, hey, I really enjoy what you're doing. So help your coaches see that. And I'll see you tomorrow.